بكالوريا 2025. إذاعة المنستير تقدم دروس مراجعة خاصة بتلاميذ البكالوريا بالاشتراك مع المندوبية الجهوية للتربية بالمنستير.
Hello everyone. Radio Monastir, in collaboration with the Ministry of Education, the Monastir Director of Education, present a review session for the English Baccalaureate exam, prepared and presented by Muhammad Slamah, English language teacher, in collaboration with Mr. Adel Rafraf, English language inspector. And of course, I have here my dear pupils, okay, so أمان الله بس.
Hello everyone, I'm Sarah.
Okay.
Hi, it's Rawan.
Okay, so we will try to review the English test itself. Okay, so the English test. What are the different parts of the English back test? Okay, so first of all, you have the
Reading comprehension.
Reading comprehension, yes.
The language.
The language, okay. In the back test, number 2, it's the writing task. Okay, so with these two parts. And then the language. Which part do you consider is the most challenging part for you? Okay, Aman, let's begin with you. What do you think?
The writing part.
The writing part, okay, yes.
Language.
The language part. Now, which part you must master the rules of the language, etc. So it's the language part. So I consider that the language part is very important. Why? Because any language is rule governed. Okay. So if you master the rules of the language, the other parts will be easier for you. Okay. So this is why today we're going to try to practice the language part. Okay. The language part. How many types of questions, how many parts or how many questions are there in the language parts? Three questions. Okay, it depends on whether you are arts students or common core science, yes. So for the arts you have 3 questions because it's out of 10, the language part. The others, it's out of 6, so you have 2 questions. Can you say, okay, the question, what is it?
Circle the right alternative.
Circle the right alternative. That's 1. Yes.
Fill in the blanks.
Okay.
Put the words in the right answer form.
Great. So the first one, fill in the blanks with 6 or 7 words. It depends whether it's out of 3 or 3.5. Put the bracketed words in the right answer form and circle the right alternative. Great. Now again, which question do you consider very challenging?
Personally, I think it's number 2.
Number 2. What about the others?
Me too. But number 2, I agree.
Okay, can you give reasons? Why do you think number 2 is more challenging than the others?
Because you don't have options.
You don't have options, yes.
The word, you write them yourself, you have to think about them.
Spelling,
but spelling wise and tensor form wise. But
Great.
others, you have the one correct between false alternatives.
Great, good. So number 2, because you have to spell the words yourself, okay? So that's why it's more challenging. Now, this is the question that we're going to focus on today, okay? Put the bracketed words in the right answer form. As you notice, there are some words here, I colored them in blue and I underlined them. Okay, so the first one, words. What type of words you can be given between brackets or between parentheses?
Nouns.
Nouns.
Verbs.
Okay.
Adjectives.
Adjectives.
Adverbs.
Adverbs. Verbs.
Pronouns.
And pronouns. Great, good. So we have verbs, nouns, adjectives, adverbs, and pronouns. Which out of these you can put either in the correct tense or in the correct form?
Verbs.
They are verbs, of course. Okay, so verbs you can put in the correct tense or in the correct form. Let's focus on the tenses, okay? So if I say I did something, I speak about the past time, okay? Or I do something in the present time. Or I do something in the future time. So we have the past time, the present time, and the future time. Now we have something like simple. It's an aspect, okay? How many aspects we have? The simple aspect. What else?
Progressive.
Progressive or the continuous?
The perfect.
The perfect, great. And the perfect
Progressive.
Progressive. Okay, so now if we multiply these 3 times with the 4 aspects,
12.
we have the
12.
12 English tenses in
Tenses.
the English language. Okay, so we have the simple past, the present simple, the future simple, etc. Okay.
Yeah.
Now we are going to focus and review again just 9 out of
them.
these, 9 of them that we meet usually in the tests. Okay, so let's begin with the simple tenses. Now I personally consider that the English tenses is very easy, okay, compared to other languages. Why? Because if you just learn how to conjugate one verb, okay, I chose here the verb to study English. If you learn how to conjugate one verb, you can apply the same rules to all the other verbs, okay, with the exception maybe with the simple past tense with irregular verbs. Okay, so that's why I chose to conjugate the verb to study English, put it in different contexts in the different tenses. Let's begin with the simple tenses. Okay, Aman Allah. Okay, first one, I English every day. Can you?
I study English.
Okay, great. If I study English every day, so what is the context here we're speaking about? Regular
Habits.
Okay, so yes, Rawan, you read it. The context for the simple present.
Describes a regular habit or routine.
Okay, great. Now, number 2. In high school, that's the past. Okay, so yes.
I studied English in high school.
So what is the context here? Something?
That
Happened in the past.
Okay, so you read the context.
Describes a completed action in the past.
Okay. Number 3, it's next year. So what is the context? It's the
Future.
Something that is going to be in the future. It's an intention. So what do you say? I will study, and describes a future intention or prediction. Great. Now let's go to the next aspect, progressive or continuous tenses. Okay, so yes, okay, you begin.
I am studying English right now because I have a test tomorrow.
Great. So when I say right now, I am studying. So we have here the verb to be in the present plus verb
plus
ing. And the context, okay, you read it, yes?
Describes an action in progress at the moment of speaking.
Okay, right now, okay? Now, past progressive, it's just the same. We have here emphasis on the continuity of the action, okay? An action that continues. So, what do we say? Yes?
I was studying English when you called last night.
Great. I was studying. So, in the past progressive, what is the rule? Someone to tell me? Yes?
To be in the past plus verb plus ing.
Great. Verb to be in the past. I was or they were, etc. And the context, you read?
Describes an action that was in progress at a specific time in the past.
That was in progress. This is very important. That continued for a time.
Right.
We want to stress that it continued for a time in a specific time in the past. Now, let's go to the perfect tenses. Okay, so, yes. Okay, Sarah, yes?
I have studied English for 5 years and I can now hold a conversation.
Okay, what is the key word here? For 5
years.
years. So, I have studied. Now, in this tense, we have 2 parts. The first have, it's the auxiliary, plus
Verb in the
past participle. Plus past participle. And the context for 5 years, what does it mean? Yes, okay. You read?
Describes an action that started in the past and continues to have relevance or effect in the present.
Great. So, for 5 years, it started in the past and it continued now. Or it was in the past, we don't know for past experiences, for example. We don't know when exactly, it has relevance or effect in the present. So when I say, I lost my keys yesterday, that's specific time in the past. Yesterday, I lost my keys, and maybe I found them today, okay? But when I say, I have lost my keys, that means I still can't find my keys, okay? So it has relevance to the present. Now, the past perfect now. Yes, okay. Rawan?
I had studied English before I moved to England, so I was able to communicate easily.
Okay, here we put had plus past participle. Okay, before I moved to England, what did I do before what had I done? I studied English. So the context is, okay, Aman, you read it?
Describes an action completed before another action in the past.
Great. We have here 2 actions in the past. Studying English, moving to England, okay? So I had studied, and then I moved to England. So we use the here with words like before, after, etc. Okay, and now let's go to the next aspect. It's the perfect progressive. Okay, so what is the emphasis here? Is it on the continuity of the action? Okay, that the action continued either. Okay, so present perfect continuous. So what do I say? Yes, I
Have been.
I have been studying. I have been, he has been, plus verb in the ing form. You see here, I colored some words. Since I was a child, that means from the past
No,
To the present.
to the present. And I'm still, that for the
Continuity.
continuity. So, you read, Amanallah, the context.
Context emphasizes the duration of an action that started in the past and continues to the present.
Great. So it emphasizes the duration here, okay? I'm still doing something. Now, the past progressive, yes. Okay, Sarah, you read.
I have been studying English for
I had been.
I had studied I had been studying English for 4 months now before I finally passed the exam.
Okay, great. So we have here two words again. I colored them for months. That's the continuity, okay? Continue it for time. And before I finally, it's something,
The perfect.
the past perfect, okay? And the progressive for months. That's why we better choose the past perfect progressive. And it's had been plus verb plus ing. So the context, okay, yes.
emphasize the duration of an action that continued up to specific point in the past.
Okay, so these are the 9 tenses. We put the verbs in these 9
Nine
tenses.
tenses.
Let's now go to the form of these tenses, okay, of the verb. Okay, so the form of the verb can be, okay, we say together, so it can be verb infinitive without to.
Study.
Study, you can change it with any other verb, so study, play, read, watch, go, etc. Okay, infinitive with to.
To study.
Study, past present participle, verb ing.
Study.
Studying, great. Past participle.
Study.
Study it. It's like the simple past. And for irregular verbs, of course, we have to learn
Yes.
by heart. And then the passive,
Have or have.
Be plus
be in the right
tense.
tense plus
Study.
past participle. Great. Here, the passive, it is, we can, when you put the verb in the passive, it's both tense and form. Why? Because you must put the verb to be in the
In the
correct
right
tense.
tense.
And
Study
you,
in
the
the
form, the
right
past
form.
participle, okay? So sometimes you are asked to put the verb in the right tense and form. So here, the verb to be in the right tense, it can be is studied, was studied in the past, had been studying, has been studied, etc. Okay? Great. So let's make some easy practice. So we no need to read the whole, you must read the whole sentence when you correct, but here the words that are in blue, okay, help you
Figure out the context.
find the word. Okay, so what do we say? Let's begin like this. Yes, I
enjoy studying English.
Okay, enjoy plus verb in the ing
Ing
form.
form.
Many verbs are followed by the ing form. Yes,
I must study English every day.
great. So must, modal verbs, must, should, can, could, etc. Auxiliary verbs, do, does, will, plus verb in the infinitive. Yes,
I want to study English abroad next year.
great. I want to study. And then
English is studied by millions of students around the world.
here we need the passive, okay, by millions of students. So we put the verb to be in the present because it's general truth, and then past participle. The next one, yes.
Techniques studied by researchers for years have proven to be effective.
Great, okay, so here it's between commas, it's a positive sentence. The techniques have proven to be effective. Which techniques? That had been studied, okay? The techniques which had been studied, or the techniques studied by researchers. And the next one,
The studied materials helped to me pass the exam.
okay, so the studied material is part of the subject, okay? Material is the noun, so what do we need before a noun? Usually an adjective. And here we use the
Past
Past participle.
past participle, use it as an adjective. Great, okay, good. Now, verbs also can be turned
Become
into
nouns.
a noun, okay? So, again, here you are given a verb, teach, You are going to change it into its noun form. There are some words that help you. That the words that are colored in blue. The. And then we have here explain it. So what do we need here? We need the person. Okay, so what do we need? Verb plus ER. Great. The teacher. What do we call this verb plus ER? What do we call this ER? It's a suffix. Great. So through suffixation, okay, through the use of suffixes, we can change, okay, verbs into nouns. Okay, let's begin, okay, from, okay, you begin a man and then next number 2, right?
His decision was final.
Great.
Their achievement was celebrated.
Achievement.
The performance was outstanding.
Great.
Her arrival was delayed.
So arrival, refusal, etc. Yes.
The presentation was both informative and engaging.
Great, excellent. Okay. Now we can also, not all verbs are turned into nouns by adding suffixes. Some verbs change, okay, altogether. So fly, the noun from fly, we say
Our flight.
our flight. And here we have the words that are in blue. Our, the, your. Strong is an adjective, so we need a noun after it, articles plus noun, okay? Yes, then the next one. Yes, Aman, you begin.
The side of the mountains was covered in snow.
Yes, was breathtaking. Then, please
Take your seat.
Take your seat. It is my strong
Belief.
belief.
Let's go for a walk.
For a walk, simply, okay? Okay, good. Now, we can turn also verbs into adjectives, okay? Now, we know all the position of an adjective in a sentence. It has two. Either it is before them,
For the
okay, artist and shake, they are
No.
nouns. Great. So, an adjective plus a noun. Okay, so again, through the use of suffixes. Okay, so create. Let's begin. Rawan.
She is a very creative artist.
Creative artist. Yes.
Her voice had a noticeable shake.
Noticeable. So we added. You can notice it easily. Okay. So you can. I can read. It's readable. I can eat. It's eatable, etc. Okay. Or edible. Number 3. Yes.
The movie was frightening.
Was frightening. It causes feeling of fear. So here in this case, the movie was frightening. So we use a noun plus linking verb, it's called, okay, plus the adjective, okay. So I can say the movie was frightening. Here, in this case, the linking verb is the verb to be. What else can we use as linking verbs? The movie seems frightening. The movie looks. Okay, so I feel happy, etc. Okay, some verbs, they are called linking verb. They link the noun and its adjective. Then the next one, yes.
I was frightened by the movie.
Okay, by the movie. Great. So here the movie made me feel afraid. Okay, so I was frightened because the movie was frightening, and we derive these two adjectives from the verb to frighten. Okay, great. Now, verb into adverb. So an adverb, we have different types of adverbs. Again, here she paints, and the verb to create, as an artist. Okay, so we have here the verb to paint. Okay, we from the verb into an adverb. First of all, we put the verb into adjective. And then we put the adjective into adverb. Again, through suffixation. Okay, so Rawan?
She paints creatively as an artist.
Creatively as an artist. So create is the verb. We, of course, we omit the E, okay? And then we put the suffix if, creative as an adjective, plus ly to make an adverb. So now, what type of adverb here we call creatively? It modifies, it gives us information about how she paints. Adverb of manner. How does she paint? Creatively. Okay, great. Then number 2, yes.
Her voice was shaking noticeably.
Noticeably, great. Then pollution.
Pollution levels in some major cities have become frighteningly high.
Frighteningly high. Great. So here, What in number 1 and number 2, the verb modifies the verb. The adverb modifies the verb, gives information and describes the verb. Now, in this case, frighteningly, it describes the adjective high. We say how high, okay? To what extent? So here it's an adverb of degree, okay? Pollution levels were high or have become high, okay? How high? They are frighteningly high. And that's the same for the next one. Yes, Sarah?
The pollution levels are increasing frighteningly, rapidly.
Again, rapidly is an adverb, okay? And frighteningly is an adverb of degree. Okay, so frighteningly is an adverb of degree, rapidly is an adverb of manner. So we have here an adverb can modify of, number 1 and number 2, can modify of verb. They are adverbs of manner. And number 3, can describe an adjective. It tells about the degree of the adjective, okay? And number 4 tells about the degree of another adverb. Great. Now, let's go to nouns. Nouns again, we don't put nouns, of course, in the right tense. We only put nouns in the right form. Okay, so nouns can be put into adjectives according to their position in the sentence. Okay, so we have here the noun is the sunset. It is described was. So we need an adjective. Okay, you begin, Aman.
The sunset over the ocean was truly beautiful.
Beautiful, again through suffix. Now, number 2. The old computer and it's too slow. So these things, they tell us that the computer is useless. Okay. Number 3, we are describing history. And the old house on the hill was a mysterious history. Okay, so dangerous, mystery, mysterious, etc. Okay, Rawan?
Visiting museums is a great way to learn about cultural traditions.
Cultural traditions. Adjective cultural plus noun traditions. Now, describing the beach. Okay, the beach was
sandy.
Okay, so you read, Aman.
The beach was sandy and perfect for building castles.
Okay, here we have the beach was sandy and then perfect. Perfect is an adjective. And before perfect we have and. So what type of structure we have here? Parallel structure. So you have an adjective plus adjective. And the last one, okay, Ryan, you read.
The doctor gave me some dietary advice to help me lower my cholesterol.
Dietary advice to help me lower my cholesterol. Okay, so advice is again the noun and we need an adjective. Okay, now from noun into adverb. Okay, again noun into adverb. So we need put the noun into adjective and then we add ly. Okay, yes, you begin now.
The sunset painted the ocean beautifully.
Beautifully, yes. Number 2.
This old computer functions uselessly because it's too slow to run any modern programs.
Great, okay. Number 3.
The old house on the hill is mysteriously historic.
Okay, it's a historic in a mysterious way, so mysteriously historic. And number 4.
Visiting museums is a great way to become culturally informed about traditions.
Great, okay, so informed is the adjective, culturally informed, adverb, okay, describing the adjective, modifying the adjective, culturally informed. Now, noun into verb. Sometimes you are given a noun and you're going to change from noun form into verb form. What words may help you? We have here does, not, etc. Auxiliary verbs plus auxiliary plus verb in the infinitive. Here, had to do something, service to do something, and then can, could, should, etc. plus verb infinitive. So the words that are colored in blue are the keys, okay, that help you decide that in that specific place you're going to change from noun form into verb form. Okay. Yes, Aman, you begin number 1.
The government does not authorize the use of violence in any form.
Great. So, give authority is to authorize. Okay. Yes, Ryan.
The students had to memorize the poem for their English class.
Okay. Memorize. Number 3.
Her dedication to her work serves to exemplify the spirit of a true professional.
Okay, give an example. So to exemplify things. Okay, great. Now, The internet, yes.
The internet can strengthen relationships between people who are far apart.
Okay, so to become strong, the noun is strength and the verb is strengthen. Okay, make it stronger. Okay, great. Now we can change from singular into plural. Okay. So you have a noun, but you need the in its singular form. You put it into its plural form. Okay. Some words, of course, just add s, and some irregular plurals. Okay. Aman, you begin.
Many different countries participate in the Olympic Games.
Okay, number 2.
The children were playing happily in the park.
Great. Number 3.
I bought 2 loaves of bread at the bakery this morning.
Okay. Now the nouns also can be changed into their possessive form. Okay, so yes.
My sister's car is red. Singular possessive. The car belonging to my sister.
So we add just apostrophe plus s. Okay, number 2. Now the noun is in its plural form. Okay, so what do we just add?
Apostrophe
after the s. Okay, so Sarah, you read.
The student's classroom is on the 2nd floor, plural possessive, and the classroom belonging to the students.
Okay, and Ryan?
Mary's favorite hobby is painting. Singular possessive, the favorite hobby of Mary.
Okay, good. Now we are still nouns. We change them into another noun. Okay, so we are still with nouns. Okay, so here music is a noun, and before we have a. Okay, so what do we need? We need the person again. Okay, so Aman, you read number 1.
She have always dreamed of becoming a musician and performing on stage.
Okay, so from music we need the noun musician. Okay, yes, Ryan.
The artist painted a beautiful mural on the side of the building.
Okay, so we have here the and painted. Okay, so we need a person.
Yes.
So art, the artist paints things. Yes, and then
the king ruled his kingdom with wisdom and fairness.
Okay, his plus noun, his kingdom, and then
her childhood was filled with adventure and curiosity, shaping her into a great storyteller.
Okay, great. And then
the relationship grew stronger over time, built on trust and understanding.
Okay. So again, adjectives, we change them into another form. Okay, so we can change an adjective into its noun form. Yes. Okay, Aman, you read number 1.
The organization fights for equality for all people, regardless of their race or gender.
Okay, fights for something, so we need a noun form here. Okay, so Ryan?
Raising awareness about climate change is important to encourage people to take action.
Okay, again, we use suffixes, okay? So away is an adjective plus ness, okay? Happy, happiness, awareness. Number 3.
Everyone should have the freedom to express their opinions without fear.
Great, okay. Now, adjective into verb now. Okay, so, yes?
The internet can shorten the distance between people.
Make things shorten, okay? Yes, number 2.
You need to activate your account before you can use the website.
Great, then?
The internet helps to simplify the communication between people around the world.
Make things simple, simplify, okay? Make things active, activate, etc. Now, adjective into adverb. Yes, okay. Aman?
Many people actively use social media to stay connected with friends and family.
Okay, actively here is an adverb of manner. It is placed just before the verb. Number 2, it is placed after the verb and the object. So we use many people use social media actively. Okay, so number 3, yes?
You can simply search for information online without going to a library.
Okay, we have here L, so we just add Y. Now, of course, with adjectives, sometimes you need the comparative or the superlative forms. Okay, so you know most of them here. Felt short. What do we say? Shorter than. It's a short adjective. So the rule, let's just remind the viewers, the short adjective plus er plus than. Long adjectives that have more than one syllable, like interesting. What do we have? More or less. So in this case, interesting, we say more interesting. Number 2, it's before the presentation, it's less nervous. We have some irregular adjectives. Good in its comparative form becomes better. Bad becomes worse. Far, when we are comparing distances, it becomes farther. And here, when it is more abstract, speaking about extent or degree, we say further. And I have little time, I have less time, okay? We also think not only of the comparative, but we can put adjective in their superlative form. Great. Now, he is tall student in the class. The tallest. You see here, the is part of the superlative. So sometimes see number 1 and number 2. Number 1, you are not given the. You are just given the adjective tall. And you add the. So the tallest. But number 2, it is the easiest. So you are given the or the, it's pronounced, okay, easiest. Good in its superlative form? Best. Bad? Worst. Far, distance? Farthest. Now with long adjectives,
Most interesting.
the most, or he isn't good, so he is the least experiences. The most interesting, the least. More interesting, the most interesting. Less experienced, the least experienced. Okay, now sometimes you need, okay, to you are given a word, and you need the form of that word in that blank. That means you are given an adjective, but you need an adjective in that blank. So sometimes you are given a verb, but you need also a verb in that blank. So think about the context. You add a prefix. Great. Sometimes you need a negative form. Okay. So here, the company was fined. Was fined means she given money for doing something. Is it legal for something? Illegally. So, Aman, you read number 1.
The company was fined for illegally dumping waste into the river.
Okay, we need an adverb here. Illegally dumping waste into the river. Yes, Ryan?
It was irresponsible for the driver to speed in the school zone.
Okay, so here, it was, we need an adjective. But you are given the adjective responsible, okay? You don't need to change it into another form. You read speed in a zone, school zone. This is irresponsible. Okay. Number 3.
I strongly disapprove of cheating in any form.
Okay. Number 4.
Inequality exists when women are overlooked for leadership positions despite having the same qualifications as the male candidates.
Great. Here you must pay great attention because equality and inequality begins the sentence. So you must put I in a capital, okay? So you must capital letter. And if you don't put it in a capital letter, you are penalized. You do not have a mark, okay? That's very important. Now, the last one, they are the pronouns. So you are given a subject pronoun. You change it into object pronouns, possessive adjectives, possessive pronouns, or reflexive pronouns. And you have here a table that summarizes all the kinds of pronouns and possessive adjectives. Great. Now, the last one, they are conditionals. We have 3 types of conditionals. As I said before, any language, and English is a rule-governed system, so you just learn the rules by heart. Type number 1, you read the rule, Aman, yes. The structure, yes. If plus
simple present, it will give you will base verb.
Okay, so if we say, what do we say? If it
rains
tomorrow,
we will cancel.
Okay. This is real. This is possible in the future. Okay, it's a condition that is possible in the future. Okay, so yes, Ryan, you read the structure for number 2.
If plus simple past equals would plus base verb.
Okay, so what do we say? If I
had $1 million, I would buy a house.
Okay, I would buy a house. Would you buy a house if you had $1 million? Okay, okay, so maybe you will do something different. Okay, but this. Is it, what do we say here, unreal, hypothetical? Have you got $1 million? No. So this is, you are hypothesizing, you are imagining something that is not real in the present. Okay, yes. Okay, of course, when you study hard, you will work. Okay, so the future will open doors for you, of course, and I wish you will have all the best. Yes? We will be always hopeful, okay, not only for money, but for everything, okay. So here, this type of, it's also always asked in the last question, in the opinion question, in the reading comprehension. If you were the writer, what would you do? Okay, what would you do? If you were one of the characters, would you do the same or not? So here you are imagining yourself. You're not the writer. You are imagining something in the present. And here, the past, it's not the simple, it's not speaking about the past, it's just unreal past. We are imagining something in the present. The last one, yes, Sarah, you read the structure.
If plus past perfect equals would plus have plus past participle.
Okay, so we say if she, you read.
Studied harder, she would have passed the exam.
Okay, this is unreal and hypothetical past in the past. So something that didn't happen in the past. If she had studied harder, she didn't study hard, and she didn't succeed because of that. Okay, so here in this case, you just learn the rules by heart and you apply the rules. Now let's go to real previous back tests. This was asked in 2013 in a previous back test. Put the bracketed words in the right tense or form. Okay, Aman, you read sentence number 1.
Travel giant Thomson failed to inform passengers of the changes made for the London to Goa flight.
Okay, some pupils don't read sentence 1 because there is no blank. Usually, okay, of course, you will never find any blank in sentence 1. Why? Because it gives you the context. So don't jump sentence 1. It's the topic sentence. It gives you all the context. Here, travel giant Thomson failed to inform passengers of the changes made for the London to Goa flight. We're speaking about a flight. We're going to speak about some problem that happened, etc. Again, we were on the sentence level, but in the test, you are going to have on the paragraph level, okay, not on the sentence level. But again, a paragraph is composed of sentences. So you should pay attention to every detail in each sentence and read the paragraph sentence by sentence. There are some words I helped you. I colored the words in blue, some of them, okay, to discover the what to put it in the right tense or form. Okay, so Aman, you finish reading.
Carol Ford and her family were among 20 passengers that arrived at Gatwick Airport only to be told.
Okay, great. So here, to be told. We need here the passive. It's the infinitive passive, okay? Someone told them, okay? So they were told only to be told. Infinitive passive. That the plane had left for the popular destination. Okay, so you finish. Ryan? Carol said...
Carol said we went to talk to someone on the desk about our tickets and they told us we missed the flight. They claimed they sent us a letter or email a week before the flight.
Okay, here, they claim it. They sent a week before the flight. They claim it in what tense is it? It's in the past. And they sending the letter was a week before the past. So what is the tense that we must use here? The past, okay, two actions in the past, one before the other. It's the past perfect. Okay, so yes, they claim it, they had sent a week before. And then to say it changed. But my son who
booked the trip says he never received anything if it had just been.
Okay, yes, there is a full stop here at the end of the sentence. So who booked it? He did that in the past. Okay, that's, you finish.
If it had just been us, then I would have accepted that it was possibly our fault.
Okay, it was our fault. It was possibly our fault. Okay, we need from adjective form into adverb form. Okay, yes. Aman?
I have never missed a train before in my life.
Okay, here the words that are in blue, before in my life. That means from the past to the present. So I have never missed it, and never fits between have and the past participle. Okay, yes. Ryan?
We all know about arrival
About
3 hours before.
Okay, so about plus verb in the ing form, about doing something. We all know about arriving, etc. Okay? Now let's have another task. Okay. Rawan, you read sentence 1.
When applying for a job, you should provide accurate information on your educational and professional background.
Okay, so that's sentence 1. Okay, it's about applying for a job. When you apply for a job, what usually do you write? Your CV, your curriculum vitae, okay? Yes, okay, so CVs.
CVs and applications forms are two ways to provide employers with written evidence of your qualification and skill.
Okay, so qualify here is a verb. What do we need in this specific blank?
Present form.
Okay, we need a... okay, are we going to put it in the correct answer form?
I'm sorry, it's a noun.
We need a noun form. Okay, so we change from the verb from its verb form into its noun form. What words help us? Your, so your plus noun, and skills. Skills, it's a noun, so we have parallel. Okay, so qualifications. Yes, Sarah?
The same information appear on both the CV and the application form, but the way in which it is presented differs.
Okay, so of course it doesn't present itself. So we need here passive form. Passive, it's tense form here. We put the verb to be in the present, it is, plus the past participle, it is presented. Okay, then the next one, okay, choose, yes.
There are many ways of organizing the CV.
Okay, of plus in the ing form. Choose the format that
Best.
showcases. So what do we need here? The best showcases. What is best here? It's an adverb. At best, it can be an adjective or an adverb. When I say it's the best choice, it's an adjective. Here, it best showcases. It's an adverb. Okay, it modifies the verb showcases. Okay, your skills. It may be, yes, Ryan. It may be helpful. Good. To look for examples on the internet. But okay, yes.
But do not copy. For many years now, employers are using a computer program to scan CVs into the...
Okay, so when I say for many years now, great, good. So for many years now, that means from the past to the present, and we add, we are emphasizing the continuity of the action. So have been using or have used it. It was in 2016, it was accepted also, but the have used it or have been using. The first to stress the continuity, have been using. Okay, good. Now, circle the right option. I have here with the choices, okay, they are in red. We're going to just explain that language, we are testing not only vocabulary, not only grammar, but we are testing language, all of it. So all the three types of questions test language, it's the same. Okay, so, okay, you read, Aman, you read sentence one.
The trend for women in business is growing.
Okay.
Mentorship programs are helping pull women up further than ever before.
Okay, so we choose here, pull up, it's a phrasal verb. What helped us? They are helping, so good. When you say are helping, so are helping someone to pull up, okay? Pull out means you exclude him. Pull down, it's just the opposite. Okay, yes, Ryan?
At the same time, women are creating their own networking conferences and meetups, but they still have a long way to go.
Okay, they still have, okay, continuing, still have a long way to go, okay? So, any longer we put it in the negative form, okay? And then, yes, Sarah?
Women thinking of starting businesses or expanding existing ones get less opportunity for funding than their male counterparts, even if they have the same title or education.
Okay, why here we have the three options? Got, it's the past. Get, present. Had gotten, past perfect. Okay, so the other type of question you're going to decide. Okay, here you have the three options. It's just the same. Okay, so here why we use get, the simple present? Because it speaks about thinking of, general truth. Okay, women thinking, women who are thinking, etc. They get. Okay, then.
Women must be considered seriously in business, be it as executives or entrepreneurs.
Okay, so we need here the passive infinitive. Be considerate. Yes, then?
They can bring different perspectives and tend to be more strategic.
Okay, tend to be more. Strategically is an adverb. Strategic, adjective. Strategy, Noun. So here in this blank, there is an adjective. It fits, okay? Then?
This tendency may take them more prudent in business, but it leads to greater success in the startup phase. When more calculated moves have the biggest impact, it will take time to achieve gender equality in the workspace.
Okay, great. So here, it takes time to achieve. We're speaking about equality. All the paragraph speaks about equality, and they want to achieve gender equality. So inequality, it doesn't include the context, and quality just the same, okay? Now, the last type of question, fill in the blanks with 7 words from the box below, okay? Great. We have here, you have here out of 3.5 because it was, this question was asked for art students, okay? And you have 2 extra words, okay? So just the same when you say, see the words, what parts of speech, are they verb, are they noun, are they adjective? Here we have some prepositions too, etc. And what word that fits the best, okay? Yes, okay. You begin, you read sentence 1.
Obesity experts have been saying for years that children who sit in front of the TV screen day in and day out tend to be heavier.
So we're speaking about obesity. We're speaking about this problem. Yes, okay, you finish.
Now they are finding it's also the television ads children are watching along with other factors that can add inches to their waistlines.
Okay, so add something to something else, we say, okay? So it's just add, so the words that are in blue help you decide, okay? Yes? Ryan?
A new policy statement from the American Academy of
Pediatrics.
AAP argues that junk food and fast food ads increase a child's desire to eat those type of food.
Okay, so here, junk food and fast food ads, advertisements. This is the subject. So what do we need? We need a verb, okay? Yes, Sarah?
Studies also show that if a kid stay up late at night while playing video games, their lack of sleep can be a major factor in raising the risk of obesity and they're drifting away from a healthy diet.
Okay, great. So we say here they stay up late while, what do we say? While doing something, while playing, okay? While they're playing. And can be a major factor in doing, just the same, in raising, okay? Yes, then?
We've created the perfect conditions for childhood obesity. Media, advertising, and inactivity, said Dr. Victor Strasberger, a member of the AAP.
Okay, great. So why we choose here the noun inactivity? What words help us?
Media, advertising,
and we have media, it's a noun. And then advertising, noun, and inactivity. So these are the 3 reasons, okay, parallels, yes. And then, okay, yes?
American society couldn't do a worse job than at the moment. Too much TV, too many food ads, and not enough exercise or sleep.
Okay, much and many. Of course, we know rules. Much plus uncountable nouns, and many plus countable. So many food ads here. It's the noun that is countable. And TV, we say much TV. Yes. And the last one.
Physicians and other health professionals can play a role by encouraging parents to control children's TV viewing, teach them about good nutrition, and discuss the impact of food advertising.
Okay, great. So good here. It's an adjective. So you decide with the context and with grammar help you. Good plus noun nutrition. Okay. Okay. So we add another one. We have still time. Okay. Now the education sector. Let's see here from let's just read, and the viewers, you may stop. Okay, and you decide what is the word appropriate. From the, adopt is a verb. Okay, you tell me. Okay, from the adoption of. Okay, then. Okay, you read the sentence from the beginning. Okay.
The education sector is constantly evolving, and technology has played a pivotal role in shaping the way we learn. From the adoption of the printing press in the Renaissance to the widespread of the internet in the 21st century, advances in technology.
Okay, from the adoption to the 21st century. We are in the 21st century. And from the Renaissance. Okay, so from to. What is the tense? Present? Perfect. Okay, have had. Okay, have had a profound impact. Then, yes.
Today, technology continues to transform the way we access and deliver education.
Okay, we can see it. So, continues. It's the general truth. Or is continuing. We stress the continuity. Great, yes.
And has the potential to significantly improve the learning experience for students and teachers alike.
Okay, so what did you do here? You change it from significant adjective form to adverb form. It modifies the verb. Which verb here we have? Significantly, it's an adverb. It modifies, it describes the verb improve. Okay, so it is placed just before the verb. Okay, yes, then Sarah, Rawan.
The future of e-learning is bright and there are many exciting developments on the horizon, from artificial intelligence and virtual reality to social learning and collaborations. The e-learning landscape is set to become more engaging, interactive and personalized than ever before.
Okay, so you understood that we need an adjective. What helped you? More plus adjective. And what are the other words? Helped you? Interactive, personalized. So adjective. So you decide on the suffix here. Okay, something that engages you. It is engaging. Good. It's engaging. Okay.
As learners, we become increasingly mobile and attention spans keep shrinking. These trends are likely to continue to grow in popularity, helping to shape the future of education and training.
Great. So grow in something. Okay. So grow in noun, popularity. Okay. Okay. So let's go back now to the type of the question. Put words in the correct answer form that we began with. Okay. So Aman, you read.
Cars of the future could bring significant cuts in the fuel consumption and emission. Eco-driving systems offer visual guidance to drivers.
Okay, so visual, we need a noun. So adjective, we need a noun. Guidance to drivers. Yes, you finished the sentence.
Usually built into satellite navigation systems or via smartphone apps.
Okay, yes. Ryan?
The systems are not yet widely available. However, nearly every manufacturer.
Okay, every and then is now looking. We're speaking about the system of cars, etc. So we need the is looking person or company, etc. So the person or the company that manufactures, it's manufacturer. Great, manufacturer.
At installing them in his or her next generation of cars.
So you see here, every is now looking, his or her. All these words help you decide that you must change from verb form, manufacture, into a noun form of the person or the company that manufactures. Yes?
Conducted in 2014-2015 in Leeds, UK, the Eco Driver project had promised results.
Okay, results that are, they promise you. Okay,
Promising.
Great, good. Promising results. Okay, good results. Promising results. Yes?
It showed that drivers who had such systems installed in their cars saved an average of 4.2% in fuel consumption.
Okay, great. In their cars, the systems which are installed in their cars. So we put it in the passive form. Okay, yes. We go to Aman. Go back.
Such substantial fuel and energy saving were gained when the Institute of Transport study.
Okay, were gained. It's the past. So we just put it in the past. So gave accurate advice on the best speed for cutting fuel costs and emissions. Okay, the last one, we are applying the rule of the conditional if were adopted. Okay, who chooses to read it? Okay, yes, Sarah?
The Eco Driver project were adopted by more drivers. It will deliver important safety benefits within a few years' time.
Okay, we just apply the rule. If plus simple past gives would plus verb infinitive. It would deliver. Okay. So, thanks very much. Okay, so you just learn the rules. Okay, some of them, they will help you a lot, not only in the language part, but also in the writing. You will be more competent writers, and in the reading comprehension, you will understand the message of the reading passage. Okay, thank you.
بكالوريا 2025. إذاعة المنستير تقدم دروس مراجعة خاصة بتلاميذ البكالوريا بالاشتراك مع المندوبية الجهوية للتربية بالمنستير.